Yo, bitch. Yo, 3 to the 1 to the 1. This is my own private semi-pro film show, and I will not be podcast, bitch. Mr. White. Kid named Fingersher.
Yep.
First things first, rest in peace, Ray Stevenson.
Right.
Biggest tragedy of his death was that his last role was in Ahsoka, a Star Wars story.
True.
Is that what it was called?
No,
Or did
it
I
was
take
just
that
called
from the Han
Ahsoka.
Solo
Yeah.
subtitle?
And Rogue One.
Right. Yeah.
Both of those were a Star Wars story. That was a thing they tried to start, but they never finished
Which
it.
is dumb because all Star Wars stories are Star Wars stories.
Right.
You know?
There is no not
On
a
account of them being Star Wars and telling stories.
Right. But we're not here to talk about Star Wars
No.
stories. We're
Why
here to
would-
talk about a kid named Fingersher.
The Fungusher. He's got fungus. And that's what killed him. So
Is it really? Surely not.
probably not.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna count it down. You can watch along at home, wherever this is streaming. I own a Blu-ray. I'm gonna count us down. We're gonna be
I'm just
watching
watching
Punisher
video.
Warzone in 3, 2, 1, and we're back.
Oh,
You remember when we used to do that? We used to like watch the movie not while.
and we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Man,
Good
my
times.
chair's
Good
locking.
times. You remember back in the day, man?
Yeah, I don't know how good they were, but they were times.
Neither of us have seen this movie.
No.
So this is we should be paying attention. We probably won't for a lot of it.
Oh, they used the Marvel
Marvel
Knights.
Knights!
Awesome.
This was in Ghost Rider era. They did that only for this and Ghost Rider. I
Yeah, unless
think.
there's another one we haven't seen that's.
Could be maybe. I don't think they used it for Blade, but they should have.
Yeah, it didn't
right?
exist
It was-
yet.
it must have.
This is 2008.
Well, yeah, but I feel like I don't know how old Marvel Knights is. I would assume that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's like a comic thing,
right.
right?
But
And
even the
then-
Marvel like flip pages didn't exist when Blade
sure.
came out.
Yeah. Right. I
didn't-
guess that's true. Yeah, they took that from the Marvel.
Right.
Yeah, did Blade even have any sort of Marvel?
Maybe it
guess
did have the flip
New Line.
pages.
I don't think it did. I think it was just New Line Cinema, and it just said like in association with Marvel Studios. Tough.
Yeah, that's awesome. These opening credits are
It looks
every Punisher opening credits has been
it's
sick.
cracked, but
So
these look like technically way worse than the one from the 80s.
yeah,
This
yeah.
looked like it was made in iMovie.
Well,
And it's fun. I like it because I
it
imagine that's
was.
the one
I think.
well, yeah, that's I like the comics stuff. It's
Okay, so it's been
just like a
4
Facebook comic
years
filter
since
but-
his family died
Okay,
because it said 2002.
gotcha. That's 6 years if this is 2008.
Yes, you're right. Isn't this one supposed to be like spiritual sequel to the last one?
Yeah, but and also just like general, like veteran
Right.
rank.
Even though it was a
Looks like you have an
cop?
eye patch there, which looks tough. That would be a fun like.
It really
old
is
school
just like the
Punisher
sketch Photoshop filter and a halftone
Yeah,
pattern.
no, it's like I remember that was like built into like early Facebook. That was like one of their like built
Yeah,
in
and iMovie. Now that you've
Yeah, I
mentioned
think
it,
probably also that, yeah. But no, this whole thing was definitely made in iMovie. But it's cracked sharpening a blade.
it's
man.
also the
Mm,
longest
yeah.
opening credits I've seen since Spider-Man.
Right, or since Punisher 89.
Yeah, but that I feel like that one was over already.
I think that one was just better. Like you just were locked in. That one was like a Bond Shaft intro. It was
Yeah,
fucking
it was
awesome.
also 89 though, so it was back when all credits were at the beginning of the movie instead of at the end.
Sure. I guess that's different times. Tough.
It is wild to me that we've had so much Punisher media and different like reboots and
Yeah.
adaptations and whatever, and none of them have used a suit that's not just a bulletproof vest with a skull painted on it,
Or
except
just-
for
or
the
just a
one.
T-shirt.
Yeah, right. Except for the one that didn't have a costume at all.
Right. I mean, no, I don't. Well, I guess Tom Jane did also wear the bulletproof vest sculpt. He had it on both the T-shirt and the
Right,
John
right.
Cena and or Mark Wahlberg.
And/or Drake Bell, but buff.
And a little Hispanic, maybe.
Yeah, which Drake Bell's a little Hispanic, I think.
Maybe, yeah. He at least made like Hispanic music for a while. He was huge in Mexico.
Still is, I think.
Probably, yeah.
And all of his music was in Spanish.
Right. I'm gonna punish him.
I'm gonna punish him. I was so close. This movie does look like it was made for a nickel.
Right.
This is a YouTube short. Not even a YouTube video. It's a YouTube short. Sure thing, Pops. I don't look like the stereotype that I am.
This movie does feel like every fucking like YouTube short I get of a movie feels like this.
Where it's been like run through an AI upscaler, so it looks very uncanny. Yeah. It also kind of looks like a really high budget fan film.
For sure, yeah. Looks like
Which
Punisher Dirty
is. Why does this man talk like you handle the situation?
He's trying to do a fucking Brando.
Yeah, but he talks like my mom.
Real, like, thick Italian accent, like an actual one. You can use because of private matter. I like fucking Marky Seenaberg just checking himself out.
Micah Seenaberg Bell.
Right.
Nobody talks like they look like they should talk. So far has been the problem.
Right. I don't know. I'm from New York. Can't you tell from my accent that I'm from New York?
I'll give you some kind of biological package.
Hey, you guys, I'm Mr. Mob Guy, and I'm New York Mob Guy, and you're old school Italian Mob Guy. Don't you get the dynamic here? Come on, forget
You're old, and I'm the new blood. I'm doing
Marlon Brando with an Italian accent and see spaghetti.
I've got cerebral palsy. He sounds like Jabba the Hutt.
Oh man!
But he's got those fish tanks.
Yeah, I do. I like the fish tanks. This room is cracked.
I feel like you can't still be in the mob threatening people like that when you're in a wheelchair because it's only a matter of time.
These goons, though. Like,
yeah, but it's only a matter of time before one of your goons turns on you.
Sure, but I don't know. I feel like loyalty in the mob. It's like it goes pretty deep. I don't know.
Ankle knife.
I've seen Sopranos.
Right.
Oh, is this the Punisher? No, it's just. Oh no,
that's him.
Goon is getting punished third.
That was the lamest opening action scene for a character ever. The first action scene in the movie is just somebody getting kneed in the back.
I mean, it was barely an action. I think it was more meant to be like a stealth takeout. I assumed they were going to show more. Maybe they'll cut to a few others. No,
they're all about to get punished.
To him punished during. That's fucking cool. So what? No fucking ZD then?
Why do the might not be so low?
AJ Soprano grown up. God, this is tough.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was so cool. God. Snap fucking two people's necks at once.
The stuff he's doing is cool, but what they're showing is not. You know what I mean?
Some of it is. Him snapping both their necks was fun.
Yeah.
Now that the lights are on, I think I like it better.
Yeah, same.
That's awesome.
It still feels like I'm watching Spider-Man Lotus.
This is a little better than Spider-Man.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. Nobody in this movie's a racist.
Well, yeah.
That I know of.
Someone must.
Somebody has to be. It's a film.
That we know of. Right. Well, Marky Mark is in this.
Right. Is Mark Wahlberg racist, or did he just think he could stop 9/11?
Huh? Well, yeah. Are you not familiar with the immense history of Mark Wahlberg's hate crimes towards towards black men and homosexuals in his teenage youth in Boston.
No, I'm unaware.
Are you not? There's a whole
I'm
section
not
on
aware.
Wikipedia.
No.
If you look on his Wikipedia, there's a hate crimes section.
Tough. The logo,
Sure.
the logo on the Punisher suit is so dull.
It's I kind of like that it's faded. It makes it seem like it's like just older and weathered. Like it was white
But there it's
originally,
just
but
black.
it's 8 years. Yeah, you can barely see it. But
except for in the one scene where the lights were off when it was
looks
brighter
good.
than everything else.
Yeah, but that's how like red lighting works, you know.
He's got a good look for Punisher.
He does. He looks cracked, and I love his fit. So this guy probably knows Frankisher. Oh, that's um Ben Barnes from the Netflix show. His Scarface op, who he barely had any scars in the Netflix show. I think he'll probably have more.
He's got a bunch in this, I think.
John Travolta, Mark Wahlberg,
I've seen a picture.
Cena, Drake Bell. Yeah, they'll do anything to cover that face up, you know. That shitty ass neon sign.
It's wild because it's a nice neon sign. It's just in front of the ugliest looking building you've ever seen.
Like shit, yeah.
Did Punisher not bring his own car? Does Punisher have a car in this one?
A motorcycle in the Dolph Lundgren one.
Yeah, and he had a car in the last one. He had that sick armored car he built.
Right. I mean, he seems to be in a car. What the fuck? Oh.
I feel like that scene wasn't necessary, and I hated it.
Cool, though. I kind of like it. Was ridiculous, and it made me uncomfortable. But
you know what this movie is? So far, last week we just talked about how we needed a mix between the Dolph Lundgren Punisher and the 2004. That's this.
Yeah, but also the Dolph Lundgren Punisher was that era of like Sam Raimi. Like it was a little darker. This is more 2000s Spider-Man Sam Raimi, where it feels like it's still dark. He's killing people and he just set his nose with a pencil, but it feels much sillier. It feels
I think
more
that's
like
just the budget, probably,
yeah. In fact, almost definitely, yeah. But I'm gonna roll with it because we had the Raimi thing, and it's and it to me it doesn't so far feel as much like Tom Jane's Punisher, but I want it to.
Right.
That's an Italian slur for homosexuals. I know that from Sopranos. You ever seen Sopranos?
I've not.
Comment down below if you've seen Sopranos.
Yeah. Hey, chat. You ever seen Sopranos? Daniel likes Sopranos.
Hey, Bobby, have you seen Sopranos? There's a character on Sopranos named after you.
Neither of us are checking the chat.
His name is Bobby Baklava. Tomorrow, I'm from New York. What? Do your what thing? What the fuck did you just say?
I don't know. I missed it.
Crossbones? What's his name? It's not Crossbones. That's Frank Grillo. What is this Punisher op's name?
Bruh, I don't know anything about
like
the Punisher.
Something to do with a skull. He's got the scars. Is it just? It can't be Scarface. That's Al Pacino.
It's like Stitch.
Lilo.
The tiny little mini crossbow's awesome. With a laser scope.
He got the red dot on the mini crossbow. God, my fucking goat, Ray Stevenson, rest in peace.
See, that's something I feel like would have been in Tom Jane Punisher.
Yeah, maybe.
Just the little goofy gadgets.
I was real out of the pocket for Tom Jane Punisher.
Yeah.
I remember the gist of it, but
you've also seen it before.
Well, yeah, I think most of what I remember is probably from having seen it before.
He pokes that guy in the back with a popsicle
Yeah. Yes.
while he's burning meat with a
Oh, yeah,
torch. Yeah.
yeah. He fake tortures him.
Instead of actually torturing him.
Right. So cool though.
Yeah.
And like even for the budget, like it's
It's
got
got
some
a
okay
particular sauce.
it's got a sauce. Yeah.
Now, is it Zaxby sauce? No.
It does feel like high budget fan film is a very apt descriptor. Oh, is this him getting his star face?
Gotta be.
He's in like a glass crusher. Oh, and he's just adding more. Awesome.
Doesn't look very good.
No, it looks bad. I like it being like a Joker origin and
Yeah.
Punisher like caused it standard like revenge thing. I don't think that's this comic thing. At least it wasn't the Netflix one. I don't remember what. I think it was just like an IED.
Yeah, I don't
Shit.
either.
But it was Ben Barnes. I like him. He's a good actor.
One thing I can confidently say about this movie is it's mixed horribly.
Yeah, I do like he had the dual Uzis, like that one comic cover. I keep trying to get Item to recreate.
Right.
And he headshot some dude. Awesome. I like that they showed that.
They were in his back. I don't know if they still are, but because he used them. But they were in those little straps on his back.
Yeah, no, I see the empty holsters. Yeah, that's sick. Oh, they're still cutting to the Ben Barnes.
I mean, death by a thousand cuts or whatever they say.
Right? Yeah. Not Japanese though.
Is that a Japanese thing?
I thought so.
It's just like so goofy, man.
Oh shit!
Also, why were they in a glass recycling place in the first place?
I mean,
you had to expect that would happen in a world where the Punisher exists. You have to expect you're going to get dumped in.
A lot of mob like own things or like construction, recycling, waste. Yeah, everybody. You say you're in the waste management business. Everybody assumes you're mobbed up. It's a stereotype and it's offensive. This is cracked. Like him just walking.
Through the street. I was about to say something. Like he's not even changing nothing. Just walking through the street in his full Punisher fit.
It's like the opening scene to Blade 3, Blade Trinity. I think took place here. Jessica.
His little gun pouch is cool.
Yeah.
The suit is sick. I'm a big fan. They definitely
3 years old. I just got a voice crack.
It's definitely the best use of Punisher is in a bulletproof vest.
Gear, yeah, for sure. I love the heavy fucking like SWAT collar.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the Grundle piece, but he should have, even though I didn't do that on my tactical.
He does have the same little ribbed sweater that I used on my Punisher.
Yeah, and on mine also. Mine's short sleeve though, so it's better.
Mine is the one from James Bond, which this one looks very similar to.
Mine was I just Googled ribbed sweater, but it ain't that deep.
Right. I like the Bond one because it's a military sweater.
Right. I did take the some military shoulder patches from a thing. So it's in essence.
Right. Same idea.
Yeah.
Different day.
Such a dark face. You can't see shit.
No, you really can't.
I love his Punisher cave though. It's awesome. We got a live one. How though?
Yeah, that's the thing. How?
Yeah, because the plot domain. Damn.
I don't think I'd want to be alive.
Looks like pizza.
Oh, he looks fine.
I think that's a different bit, man.
But that one also looks like John Cena and Mark Wahlberg.
The same guy, yeah.
Just without the Drake Bell.
Sure, yeah. I guess.
It's what's his name? Who's in all that stuff?
Oh, was it that one? Was it the one cop guy that died that they showed dead? Because I think
Maybe.
not the bald one, but the or was that guy a cop or was he like a
I don't know. They're all looking the
like
same to me
super
these
fair? Yeah,
days.
yeah, yes.
You see enough movies where the Punisher takes on the mob, and it's like
Right, right, yeah.
start to lose track of things.
I mean that guy, yeah, that guy looks like the dead guy too, and Mark, uh, Billy Russo bros,
Bell.
right? Cena, Donatello,
Yo,
like the Ninja Turtle, like from Fortnite. Like from
yo,
Fortnite?
booty real wet.
What it tastes like?
Do it fart.
What color? What color the inside?
Do it grip the meat.
Glug 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 glug. Is that Colin Salmon?
Who was
Guy
Colin?
from
Like the fish?
yeah, the guy he was in like I don't think it is because he's not British.
No, that's the British black guy who's in everything. That
Is
is
that
him.
him?
Yeah,
Colin Salmon. Okay.
that's what I said earlier when I meant. Oh, look, it's the guy. It's him
Gosh, I didn't
who's in the
get that
stuff.
at all.
Yeah, no, I understand why you
How
wouldn't.
would I? Because that's
He's in like
nothing.
He's in a bunch of the Arrowverse shows, I
Yeah, I
think.
remember him in Arrow. There's something. He was
He's
some
in
other
Doctor
superhero
Who.
thing he was in.
I know that.
He's got some other some Marvel thing. I think
The flashback
he's
scenes
in
look
Psych.
cheaper
I
than the
think the
scenes in the
Finder
movie.
movie.
He is in Psych. He has an American accent in Psych too. I think, if I remember correctly.
Might be thinking of Dooley Hill.
Maybe. I don't think so. Given as they
Almost
don't look
definitely.
alike.
No,
You might think
they're
so.
both bald. Well, they are both bald. You know,
Right.
that's kind of how I judge people.
Yeah,
Whether
I
they
mean,
have
that's
hair
true.
or
Yeah,
not.
all bald people look the same to me.
Yeah.
Man, that's a big headstone. I guess there's 3 people in there.
Yeah.
B-roll of the city brought in from a better movie.
She looked like Blade.
Is that supposed to be his cop friend who was in the last movie and the first movie, Black Cop Friend?
Was Black Cop Friend in Tom Jane sure?
I think so.
I know it was Lou Gossett, the second in Dolph Lundgren.
Right.
He was great. He was one of the best parts of that.
Yeah, he was.
But and that's saying a lot because I fucking loved that movie. But I don't remember. I think I was just like too fucking drunk for Tom Jane sure.
Right.
I don't recall him even being a cop in that.
I think he was. He was like he worked with the cops or
Oh
something.
no, he was FBI. He was
Yeah.
or like he was doing like undercover work. That's how it opened in Miami.
Right. I'm looking to see if there was even a black person in that movie.
Having a specific.
I could have just combined
I don't
that in
remember
my
black people, but
brain. Is his name Jimmy Weeks?
What the character? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Oh yeah, this is a British dude doing an American
Yeah,
accent.
for sure, gotta be.
Okay, no, I can hear it now. I usually can't with British people doing American.
Only when it's bad.
Right, yeah. I guess usually they're just better at it.
Yeah, I think so.
But you'll never hear me admit that to a British person's face.
Right, because most of them are bad at everything.
Right, because I hate them.
Right, that's why I threw their tea in the harbor.
Funny. I don't like what they laugh.
Because they tricked him to go into the room, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm barely hanging on, man.
It's definitely not. It's no.
Okay, that's the guy I was thinking of. The guy that looks like Nathan Fillion. Punisher Task Force. Okay. So they're
That's why they were
feds.
laughing.
They called them agents, so they must be
Mm.
feds, right? Because that's the only.
Right.
And a CIA too, but why would the CIA be looking into the Punisher? They're too busy like overthrowing Central American governments or
Right.
whatever.
That's what they're here for.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not going to do it, who will?
Right.
God
Nobody,
bless
probably.
them for that.
God bless
Yeah,
America.
yeah, amen.
It's definitely not Dolph Lundgren Punisher where it knows exactly when to bring you back in.
Right, yeah,
And the sound mixing doesn't help because I keep having to adjust the volume.
yeah, dude. I'm at like max now, and I know I'm gonna have to turn it down to like fucking 50.
Yeah. And we're not turning it up independently, so when I turn it up, it gets louder for you.
Right. Well, no, we are turning it up independently.
Well,
Well, no, I'm turning it up in
correct.
That's
That sketch was
horrifying.
cooler than
That
his
was
actual
so
costume.
cool. Yeah,
They should have done that.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, it did look like his costume, Billy
The logo was cooler though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was brighter and it was more defined. It kind
Right.
of looked like your emoji Punisher skull,
It did
actually.
kind of, yeah. Punisher emoji skull.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Ray Stevenson.
Yeah, bitch.
I'll get us a pie.
Best pizza in the
Do
city.
people
I'm
from
from
New York actually say "I'm gonna get a pie" when referring to pizza, or is that a
Sure.
stereotype?
I imagine if they're like
Like real New
I don't know,
Yorkers.
like no, I feel like they just say like I don't know. I've never heard someone call pizza pie.
I've only heard it in movies.
Right.
Usually not good ones.
Yeah. Except this one, which is the best movie of all time.
The greatest movie we've ever seen. It hasn't convinced me yet.
Other than see, I've been convinced since the first. I know you weren't locked in on the first, like him spinning on the chandelier, but that got me. And the Punisher cave is sick.
The Punisher cave is
love
pretty
how
sick, yeah.
This feels like an evolved version of the sewer. Oh,
Yo, he's
Wayne T.
Jewish.
Johnny Blogger. Oh man, God bless Wayne T. Newton.
That is the same sweater I used. That is the James Bond sweater.
It probably is, yeah, just a military sweater. Because yeah, it does look exactly like the Bond in Year One.
Except for that, this one doesn't have the tassels, like the neck tighten tassels. But it is, other than that, it's the same.
Right. It looked like it had elbow patches too.
Mm-hmm. Shoulder patches and elbow patches, and then one on the arm.
That's funky. Man,
Collateral damage.
This man has never tried less.
No.
I don't think anyone has ever phoned it in as much as fucking Wayne T. Newton in this fucking role. Because he's not a bad actor at all. He is just reading lines, though.
Barely. He's barely
He
reading.
just showed up. He had a teleprompter in front of him. They were puppeting him Weekend at Bernie's style, and then he ADR'd it in a fucking studio afterwards.
They got somebody else to do an
So
impression of him.
Why does he just have a recliner in the middle of his fucking Punisher?
Honestly, I believe
great.
that for not just the Punisher,
awesome.
but especially this version of the Punisher.
Right. I imagine like scavenged fucking little VC like box TV with a built-in fucking VHS player VCR.
Right, the little combo.
Yeah.
This little goth twink. He's a horrible actor.
Yeah.
He's real bad.
But so are most people in this movie. Actually, like it looks silly, but
It looks like a puppet.
It does look a lot like a puppet.
And I think he's over exaggerating his facial movements.
For sure, yeah. Especially the lips, especially. Like he was mogging at the beginning. Oh, and his eyes are just bugging out.
They
His eyes
probably
are
told him not to
Giancarlo
blink because
Esposito.
his
Oh, right, yeah. His eyes Giancarlo Esposito in Spike Lee's Do the
there
Right
wasn't a
Thing.
single piece of skin left intact. How does that work?
There just wasn't. I mean, you saw his pizza face.
Yeah, but he's
Like
got hair, so there's
believe.
some skin.
Well, your hair's not on your face though.
I guess.
Well, I guess some of it is eyebrows and. Well, I don't have a mustache anymore.
The little like sloshing noise as they're taking it off.
Well, I do like I love me a good tape ASMR.
Yeah, I like the set of this scene is pretty great.
Yeah. that was the best acting.
Yeah, and it was just a sound effect.
Yeah,
he's gonna start laughing maniacally, guarantee it.
For sure.
Oh no, he's gonna kill the doctor. I should have guessed that. That should have been my guess. That was number 2.
Is he gonna do it with the mirror? That seems fit. Like it'll break the mirror, and then it'll show his reflection in the broken, bloody mirror. That's my prediction.
Right.
And if it doesn't happen, then it's what they should have done.
Right. I don't.
Oh, Jigsaw!
It's Jigsaw. Yep, you're right. You're right. God, he's gruesome.
Jigsaw. He does it awesome. What do you mean nose? I can clearly see skin.
That's what I'm saying. No, I mean they sewed his skin back together. Like that's kind of the point. But oh, wait, say that again.
Okay, literally is say that one more time.
Stabbed him with scissors.
Scalpel or scissors, yeah. That's lame. I love his fur coat though. That's sick.
His whole look is pretty great, actually.
No, his fit is fire. He looks so much better with a fucking brutal scar face, Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Man.
And they knew that. That's why they cast him.
He looks so sick.
The eyeball is what really sells it.
This looks so much like. Whoa. Something fucked up on my scooter. This looks so much like a comic character come to life. He looks like Frankenstein.
It's pretty great. Like this is
and just the excessive, overly stylized fucking Capone-esque mob fit.
Yeah.
Not Lonely Bin Jim.
I'm Colin Farrell's the Penguin.
Right. I'm James Gandolfini, Tony Soprano. I'm an Italian with a receding hairline.
You call me Jigsaw. You get it? I saw that sign and it was a jigsaw.
Like the advertisement with the jigsaw puzzle. Because my face. I mean, it's a cracked name for someone with that face, you know? It's more fitting than the stupid ass James Wan Saw movies.
True.
Motherfucker don't even got scars on. Why they call him Jigsaw? Don't make no fucking sense.
Because the movie's called Saw. They came up with that first. Because the opening scene is that dude sawing his leg off.
But why they call him Jigsaw? Don't make no sense.
Right. I mean, he's getting jiggy with it. He's getting jigsawy with it. Yo, he has an emotional moment every time he opens his eyes.
Every time he sees a child.
It's been 6 years, Punisher.
Okay, move on, bro.
I get it. I get that's a thing you never really get over, but still.
That's the point of this. Oh, Arkham Asylum.
Yo, he's rocking the New Balance. That dude is hung. What is happening? Why did they show that? Oh, it's fat.
Dick Square.
Oh, that's the nurse, the male nurse.
Fucking the cartoon fucking giant key.
Who is this?
Jim. You mentioned him earlier.
Is that Johnny Depp? No.
Nope.
I thought for a second.
For sure not. I didn't even need to see him. This must be some comic character connected to. They mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
Jigsaw wanted to do something with him. Perhaps the Sawman?
His name is Looney Bin Jim.
Yeah, I mean, that just sounds like there's the guy. He looks so cracked. Oh, it cracked
He's
his neck.
disgusting, and I
Yeah,
love it.
it's awesome. I like his little his yellow kerchief, whatever that's called. Um, that's fun. Looks like my yellow postal dude pin. Are they about to kiss?
It looks like it. Oh no, this Looney Bin Jim was made up for this movie.
Oh,
Why would they make up why would they come up with that name if it wasn't something from a comic book?
right. Is he his? I mean, he called him brother. I know that's just like a mob gang thing,
Right.
but it is it his brother? Like, did they say his? Guess they just like mob. Why are they? I like this goth twink just doing coke every other shot.
Yeah,
They fucking
every time.
He's just got to key up the fucking nose.
All right, he's his actual brother, according to the.
Okay. That makes sense as to like I'm trying like they'd have to be real close for him to be breaking this insane
Yeah.
man out of the fucking a guy named Looney Bin Jim, you know.
Right. What do you say, boss? I'm Colin Farrell's the Punisher. No, I'm sorry, the Penguin.
Does he even dress like him?
Yeah, he is. He looks just like him.
God.
We probably missed it in the car when he said James, and then the guy was like, "You mean Looney Bin Jim?" And he was like, "No, not Looney Bin Jim,
Yeah.
my brother."
Right.
Probably.
See, I don't remember him saying brother. I remember him making a big deal about like calling him James, not Looney Bin Jim. And
Right.
then Colin Farrell's the Penguin was like, he's retarded. He's on coke. You know, he doesn't know what he's thinking.
Right. He's high on cocaine and he's a little goth twink. What did you
And
expect
he's a little
him to
goth
say?
twink, and he's the worst actor ever. What is happening here?
It's a flashbang grenade. That would have been awesome. For the next time somebody gets in your light, pull this pin. Yeah, that was a bar. I like that. I like when kids in movies actually act like children.
Yeah. So is this the little girl that gave him PTSD earlier, and he
Yeah, I think
stalked
so.
her?
That
some
woman.
reason?
That woman was the cop
she have
who
some
died.
connection to.
That's his wife.
Gotcha.
My name's the Punisher. I'm here to kid named
Oh,
Finger you.
Money. You know that stolen mob money.
Ah, so it wasn't. It was a mob guy who got shot.
Right. Bro, bitch thinks she the Watchman. Bitch thinks she Alan Moore.
Who punishes you?
Who punishes the Punisher? Do you get it? Like, because his name's the Punisher, but who's going to punish him? Do you get it? I'm Alan Moore. I made the Watchmen. I'm so fucking deep and edgy.
Right, Pumdinger.
Fingersher.
Who pumdings you?
Who fingers the Fingersher?
Who fingers kid named?
I like her tiny little fucking 22 pistol. He could probably fucking tank a shot from that.
Yeah, almost definitely.
I mean, especially if he's got his fucking.
This version of the Punisher could.
But...
I'm drawing a picture of Mr. Pumfinger. Take your money.
Oh, take the money and run.
Really?
Yeah.
Run where? I'd just leave it on the porch if I'm being honest.
Through the jungle, probably.
If I was already gonna give it to the daughter, I think I'd just
Gotta
leave
run
it.
through. Yeah, just like what are they? What are they
Or I'd
supposed
take
to
it and
do?
like
Just
go
throw it?
gambling.
Right, probably that. That's what I do actually.
I probably
I'd
would have.
probably spend it on liquor and cocaine, and then hit the casino. Put
Right,
it
and
all
then
on
go do some
black.
punishing.
Right. Oh, it's the little girl. Something in Morse code, maybe, or
I
just
don't think so. I think she's just showing that she kept
little.
the flashlight.
It's cute either way.
Would have been funnier if it was a flashbang grenade.
Right.
It's
Just the
just-
whole inside of the house lights up.
Yeah, it's just boosh.
Ow! Ow, my fucking eyes!
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
God, his disgusting face.
Yeah,
looks
he's real
so
gross,
awesome.
dude. I like it
Freeze
though.
my fucking boils off.
Yo, make sure you pan up so you know how big this building they got permission to shoot at for a few hours is.
Of his fucking fur-lined coat.
Just looking at himself in the mirror, looking at how disgusting he is.
Dude, I love the droopy, melted looking eye.
I'm gross. They made him sound better
He's
somehow.
mean. Yeah. I think it's meant to be he's on the verge of tears, but it sounds better than his normal stupid
Yeah.
accent.
Sounds like the Hulk or some kind of monster.
Yeah, no, he does. He really he looks and sounds like Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah. Yeah, now how can you promise that?
See, now this would be good if he had killed the doctor with his mirror and it had shown it with the
Right.
bloody broken mirror that
I think it's good either
And
way. Like
then-
it's kind of a cool.
It's good either way. A fun thematic. I'm sure it'll they probably won't overdo it. There'll be a couple other scenes of him like shooting a mirror. Or
I think it's probably how he's gonna die.
probably, but either way, it would have been better if he killed the doctor with the mirror.
Man, that moon's moving fast.
Big ass moon. Man. It's getting orange as hell. Shit, thinking it's Erica Badu or something. There's a lunar eclipse last night.
Yeah, blood moon or something.
Orange. Yeah.
Stay up and watch it.
I did. I drank a PBR in the middle of the street and played Orange Moon by Erica Badu. 7-minute song. Listened to it entirely off like 3 edibles, looking at the moon. It was pretty tight.
I was asleep.
Yeah, it tracks. It's got the Punisher red lighting.
Yeah.
Wonder if Punisher will punish.
The most stereotypical way to say the word Russian. It's Russian. I don't know. Is there a tank of glass around? A tank of moving glass bottles? Probably not this.
Is there a fucking compactor crushing glass? But not really crushing it, kind of just like spinning it around, and it's just like tumbling it around. This shit is tough. I like the fucking like zebra sort of pinstripe.
Kind of
with
reminds me of Two-Face from Batman Forever.
It does. It also like it looks like the zebra-ish. It sort of looks like his jigsaw face.
Right.
And I like his red tie matching his kerchief.
Ooh.
Damn. Awesome.
I think the gore in this also is kind of one of the things that makes it feel cheaper. Weirdly
For
enough.
Sure. Yeah.
Because movies with gore
I-
like this were always made for a few dollars.
Right. He used to.
Because they know they're not going to make any money.
Yeah.
Did this get a theatrical release? Surely not.
I would say if Punisher 89 got a theatrical release, this one must have.
Yeah, but they didn't really do direct to video in 89.
I guess, yeah. Direct to like VHS.
Yeah, but that wasn't really a thing, I don't think.
Yeah, it was. For sure it was. Not as common, but for sure. And just like TV movies more so. Like that was a huge thing, especially with like superheroes, I feel like. Whoa, you can't
I
call
thought
that.
Disney kind of started the direct-to-video thing.
Maybe.
It was released in 2,000 theaters in the United States.
Hmm.
I don't know how many
2000.
theaters there were in
Yeah,
the
looks like
United States.
it. He just keeps calling him brother, just in case you forget that they are.
Yeah, just in case. Okay, so it did. It had a
Okay.
fairly like limited release,
Gotcha.
but it was released theatrically,
Cool.
and it was an independent, but it wasn't.
Whatever the fuck that means.
It made $10.1 million worldwide on a budget of $35 million.
Okay, not great.
No, the opposite of great.
Not
Some
good
would
at
say.
all. in
Yeah,
fact.
really kind of bad, actually.
Horrible. Yes, that was. X piece of shit.
Cracker. He really does not care at all.
No, he's not trying in the slightest. I like his postal goatee though.
Yeah. I like anybody in a goatee when the sides are white and the middle's
Right.
their hair color.
I do love some salt and pepper on a goatee.
Banger.
Hey, you won't be straight when I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? Lord have mercy, shit. Dago, man. I was playing, man. Dago, man. Punisher, man. Wayne Newton, man. Shit, man. Man, he was in Jurassic Park, man. Remember, man? He said, no,
He said, I'm putting something in the bottom of this shaving cream.
Right. He said, Kramer from Seinfeld. Remember what Kramer said at the Laugh Factory? Donatello. Did they change his name for this, or is because in the Netflix show it's just Billy Russo, and that's what I think of it as. But I don't know. I mean, it could be like I know that's just like
It's almost definitely they changed it for that.
right,
And it's
that's,
actually
like, it seems
Rossetti.
more like yeah, but because I mean he didn't have any sort of mob. Like I mean he was running like some sort of criminal empire in the Punisher show, but he was just like one of Frank's ex like commando buddies, like fucking
Maybe
filthy
the actual like comic name is Billy Russo.
See, that's what I was thinking.
So they changed it, I guess, to give him mob ties.
Right.
Which is
'Cause
silly.
They
But
had to make the name Russo sound more Italian. They had to make the Italian surname Russo sound more stereotypically Italian. Like with Donatello, instead of making it Donatello, they made it Donatelli. 'Cause that's more stereotypically Italian. They've seen The Sopranos.
the script to this did start as the sequel to
John
the
Payne.
Tom Jane one.
Right.
Only based on the fact that
Yeah.
Tom Jane said that Jigsaw was supposed to be the villain of that one.
Gotcha.
He appeared. This version of the young crime boss is called Billy the Butte Rizzotti.
Right.
Oh, that's very funny.
Agent Booty-Aski?
His name is Budiensky?
Booty-Aski, I think. Got booty and ass.
Wow.
What a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, and he's very weird, dude.
What a fucking
I love a
nutcase.
weird freak cop.
Right. Or fed, whatever he
Yeah,
is.
there's a weird goof cop in Novocaine too, and he's pretty great.
Sure. What is that movie? It's Jack Quaid, John Wick.
It's Jack Quaid, and he's got whatever that horrible real life disease is, where you
Which
can't
one?
where you can't feel pain. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh,
But
right.
basically,
Just
like you
like
die
I
because
think
you
it's
like
just nerve damage.
yeah you chew off your tongue, or you don't know you stepped on something and whatever. But he's got that in the movie, and he's just fine. But he becomes an action hero.
And then something happens, and he has to John Wick people, and he
Yeah, basically. But it's funny.
It's fun. Yeah, I like Jack Quaid.
It didn't waste the premise, and that's what I was afraid. Because that's an awesome premise.
Right, for sure.
Action hero who can't feel like there's a scene. I won't spoil any of the other ones because they're all cool. This is the least cool of all of them. Okay. There's a gun that falls in a deep fryer, and he just reaches his hand in and grabs it. Awesome.
So sick, actually. I guess a gun wouldn't be that affected by oil.
It probably should be, but it doesn't matter.
It would be a little affected.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
It's awesome. Ultimately, that's
the point.
This dude with his fake ass fucking dreadlocks. Yeah, like a spirit Halloween wig.
I like that he's even got the to cover up the wig line instead of doing what?
First of all, an Aqua Teen Hunger Force explosion. But that was so fucking cool.
It was the coolest idea, but the worst execution.
What? Damn, we war crimed him.
What is the video game movie we watched that looks this cheap?
Postal. It was Postal.
No, it wasn't Postal. It was another one that was like shot at night.
What other video game movie did we watch? Was it for the podcast?
I thought so. We haven't seen Postal for the podcast. We've just seen it.
No, we just watched that together. I didn't watch it with you. You and Josh did Mortal Kombat.
No, wasn't that? No.
I'm gonna feel like a fucking idiot because I Mr. Punisher. So
maybe we didn't watch it for the podcast.
No, I feel like I can almost remember having seen some.
Was it the second Doom movie? Or did I watch that on my own?
You did that with Josh. All right, or one of them you did with Josh.
I think me and Josh did
either Doom movie, actually.
The second one's like this, where it's just a cheap movie.
Right.
That's got a good script, but it's just real cheap and bad looking.
Sure.
It kind of reminds me of Max Payne a little bit.
Oh, that's the video game one we watched. That's right.
They stole that for Daredevil season 1.
Yeah,
sort of.
The dude did it to himself.
Yeah,
fucking brutal. All right, that was a little more brutal. Him landing on his fucking face.
I think I'm thinking of Max Payne, but cheaper. This is like Max Payne.
Probably no. It does feel very visually similar to Max.
Dude, stupidest.
So this is fucking. And did you watch the newest episode of Daredevil: Born Again?
Nah, I'm gonna try to finish Netflix Daredevil and let Born Again wrap up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, but then I didn't. I watched like half of season 2 and then episode 3, but that looked like the end of episode 3. Not gonna spoil it, but
there's 4 people walking side by side in slow motion.
It was just one guy, and it looked like, I don't know, silly looking.
Why does she talk like that? God, why does everybody have the most stereotypical,
not good actor?
How much you want to bet this was filmed in like Canada and these are all Canadians?
Maybe
that's why their Italian accents are so bad.
Could be, or they're just bad actors.
Or that could be that. The Vulva Lounge? Volga. I'm sorry.
Volga. God, I love his Punisher fit. If the skull was a little brighter and a bit better designed,
yeah.
That's
a big thing. I don't love the design.
It's not. It's very generic. It looks a lot like the classic Punisher logo, so I
Yeah.
kind of like it for that.
That's what they're going
But
for, I'd assume.
but if that were the case, I think it should be bigger and obviously brighter.
Well, I
Just
think
put
they
a
were
look
going
at
for the classic like
I know
logo.
they're going for the classic logo, but still subtle and grungy and toned down.
If you put
And
a
so,
vest on this that kind of looked like the Netflix one where it had the skull
cool.
type.
Netflix vest with the skull sort of built in, which that's so silly, but I do like.
Yeah,
And
it is goofy, and it's even
the
goofy in like the explanation.
brighter and bigger logo. Yeah. My
He
thing is
just
just
tried to
with
drown him in that pothole. That's
yeah, that was right.
awesome.
But my thing with the Netflix one is he has three inspirations for where the three unrelated inspirations where the skull comes from, and they're all silly. One is he gets the blood on his. I'm gonna yap about this for a bit because I just finished
Yeah.
season 2 of
I will
Daredevil.
say I do like the blood
Awesome.
on the shirt. Like I know
The
it's
blood on the
goofy,
shirt
but I love it.
didn't make any sense. But also like I don't know. I've never killed that many guys in a prison hallway, so maybe you would end up with like anything can happen, right? Like blood can splatter in any way. It's unlikely, but it's technically possible,
Didn't
I
he wipe
guess.
his face on it or something?
Oh, well, but then it would have been upside. Maybe it was someone else's face, like their face hit it and he stabbed into
Something. It
them.
was something like that. I remember a
Probably, yeah.
face. I
'Cause I
thought he
remember
took it
seeing
off and like pressed it on his face and then wiped up or something.
no, well, because then it would have been upside down.
Yeah, I thought
Like he
he
would have
wasn't
taken
he
the
wasn't
whole
wearing
shirt.
it when it happened.
No, I would have remembered if John Bernthal took his whole shirt off. All right, believe you me, brother. But no, I remember some dude's face being completely bloody, so it probably was that got pressed into it.
Yeah, which is cool.
Which is cool, yeah, for sure.
I'm a fan.
But then the built-in skull to the vest is the second silliest one, and then his inspiration for it being seeing his own X-ray of his skull in the fucking newspaper, like saying that he's dead or whatever.
Yeah, give it
yeah.
one. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Pick one of those things.
Damn.
Because they're all kind of cool on their own.
Right. It's just that
they're all better than the way it's explained in Tom Jane Punisher, which is just that's a trademarked logo that's just printed on t-shirts in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. That's just some shirt he bought from a pop-up stand in the fucking streets.
That man's name is So?
Huh?
God, Looney Bin Jim, chill out.
Crack, dude. I fuck with his vibe heavy.
I'm the Penguin from Colin Farrell's The Penguin.
Hey, what are you showing me? Hey, you boys don't know your Spanish or what?
The Batman. What, you're scared of the bat?
Oh shit, it's the bat.
I was almost Jonah Hill. Remember? That would have been awesome too. I love Colin Farrell in that movie, but it would have been sick if it was Jonah Hill. I think they will not make it to the station.
For sure not. Damn, killed that bitch with the ceremonial fucking scabbard.
Dagger.
I think it was a full sword.
You called it a scabbard, which is a word you cannot say.
No, scabbard is just a type of sword.
Watch the hard D.
I don't think it's that type of sword. I think that was more like a definitely can't say this word, but a rapier.
Oh, he's about to steal this car. He's gonna do the Captain America thing where he pretends like he's gonna be sick.
Captain America's iconic move of stealing a car.
By pretending he's gonna throw up. Right. God, he looks so much like Colin Farrell's Punisher. There's no way Matt Reeves didn't see this movie. The fat suit Colin Farrell wore must have been built based on this guy.
I think more likely it was based on Tony Soprano, and they hired this guy because he sort of has the same feel as Tony Soprano in that he's a heavyweight Italian with a receding hairline. man, dude's freaking out. Shooting the baby dolls. What a fucking nutcase. It's a bar. Fuck you waiting for? Christmas? Oh, this feels like we could get goth twink death. Feels like about time. He's gonna die when doing coke, surely. God, what? He just punched his face in, just fucking
Wild.
taped it in with his fucking fist. Dude just literally flipped the script, put him in the victim chair.
Put your hands behind your back. His American accent.
What? Damn.
What?
God,
not a good effect. Very bad, very, very bad effect. No, but it's awesome. The little like where he's laying back and it's just a PNG on top of his head. It's not even blended in.
They just put that there.
It's just like a pig cut in half or something.
Like, it looked like a cartoon when it exploded.
Like, yeah,
it looked like cartoon.
It looked
blood.
Like Jaws 3.
It wasn't fully rendered.
Do you remember when we saw Jaws 3?
Did we watch Jaws 3 or 4?
I think we watched. Oh, I don't know. But the one where the hand. I think it was 3 because it was 3D where the hand explodes. Michael Caine is in 4.
Right, I would have remembered Michael. Michael Caine's just the size of a jaw.
He flaws
the size of a jaw.
What if we gave you an orange, Master Wayne? And I called it a tangerine instead of an orange, but it was really an orange. What would you say, Master Wayne?
I said this tangerine's the size of an orange, Master Wayne.
I'll turn myself into a tangerine. I'm Tangerine Alfred.
A guitar?
Hope it's his kid's things. He's going to say, stop that! And then he's going to feel bad about yelling at the kid.
Right.
She's smart. I'm the Punisher. He's got the hairline for it.
Yeah. No,
that is one thing about what's his name? John Bernthal does not have the Punisher hairline.
He's got way too good of a hairline for Punisher.
And it's not like slicked back either.
Right. Although I like his like military crew cut where he's sometimes got the short bangs and it's sometimes like just poofed up. It's a sick
Hey, that belongs to a dead girl. You're using my dead daughter's hair clips. How cute. She's dead. Here. Smashes it on the ground.
This is a cute little scene though.
Yeah.
I like Punisher being shown as a human being. That's always
I kind
fun.
of like when he's not.
More. Well, yeah. I think it adds a good layer that I think
like
is there.
Because we haven't seen it other than Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
The reference is because they die at the carousel in the Netflix show.
I think that's a comic thing.
It must be, right?
Yeah, because they also reference the carnival in Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
Do they?
Yeah, he's at Coney Island, remember?
Right. No, I remember that, yeah.
But it's not. It's somewhere in Australia because that movie was filmed in Australia. But no, I like Dolph Lundgren Punisher there was a moment of humanity in that, but I just like when he's just brutal and the worst, and I hate him.
See, I really like the myth. Like, I like the idea of he is brutal, but I know why. It's because he's just this horribly distraught, broken man.
Right. See, I don't need to know he's broken. I just like that he's the worst.
Right. See, I just like it because it feels like a
movie.
Well, yeah. I like more when a character has character, yeah. But also, it feels like the human embodiment of any 90s grunge song of a fucking like an Alice in Chains song come to life.
90s Punisher would have been great.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what Dolph Lundgren was. I mean, it was just that was 70s Punisher, fucking 19 years too late.
Well, we basically got 70s/80s Punisher and 2000s Punisher, but at the beginning and end of both eras.
the Tom Jane one felt a little 90s.
A little,
It
yeah,
was
but I mean like
in the era
grunge,
of
the Crow
2000
'90s
for
Punisher.
sure. Yeah, you want 93 Robin Gohika Punisher.
Right. 95. We'll say 95.
Okay. I feel it.
Right smack dab in the middle of the era.
All right, I respect it. Sequel 97, and it's the Postal movie. That's when the first Postal game came out, was in 1997.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think that was great.
This guy also looks like Colin Farrell's the Penguin.
Yeah,
but less so.
Guy, but he's dead.
Right. But he lives on.
Right? Yeah. He lives on in another generic Italian American actor with a receding hairline.
It's funny because Jigsaw kind of looks like Matt Reeves' Joker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And also a little like Matt Reeves' Penguin, because he had that not that heavy, but he had like some scarring.
Yeah, but barely. I think that's more just the fact that his whole face is a prosthetic.
Yeah, but I think it was it was definitely like, it looked like acne scars. Right. I don't know if that was intentional, but it looked like there was some intentional scarring.
Yeah, I think really that was because that's an Italian mob type thing. Is right, the heavy,
for sure. Yeah. Those motherfuckers do not take care of their skin.
Nah.
I mean, they're too busy like having sex with prostitutes and like doing coke and eating fucking veal parm.
Right. Veal's the one that's an unborn cow, right?
What?
What's the one that's a cow that has not been born, like an abortion cow? I
don't think veal. I thought veal was like, I don't know what I thought veal was. I hope it's not that. That's horrible. I think motherfuckers that eat lamb are fucked up in the head, dude. You eating a baby sheep. What the fuck's wrong with you? But I digress.
Yeah. No, veal is veal is a cow fetus. I looked it up.
Crazy. Motherfuckers out here eating fetus, dude. It's fucked up.
It's I guess if they slaughter a cow while it's still pregnant for the meat.
No, I get the idea. Yeah. So is it both the mama cow?
No. They make a separate cut of steak from the cow fetus.
And the meat industry is crazy, dude.
I thought that was it. I thought it was abortion meat. But
I didn't at all. I was thinking something similar to venison, which is like deer or whatever.
Yeah, venison's like
elk,
just deer.
Elk something, or like moose.
Yeah. But I think that's why it's expensive, because typically they don't kill pregnant cows, but they will for an Italian mob boss.
I mean, yeah, do a lot of things for Italian mob bosses, you know.
I've had veal once, and it wasn't very good.
Right. Yes, I've had lamb.
I've had lamb several times. I like lamb.
I don't. I think maybe it was just that recently the lamb I had was cheap and was probably like more mutton, which I know is worse. But also, it's just like, dog, you eating a baby sheep? The fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, but sheep are dumb.
Yes, yeah, all animals are. I still don't feel comfortable eating them as babies. Let them live a couple years. Let them eat some grass. Yeah. Like, what are the chances they're even sentient? Which I guess maybe that's better if they don't. Like I don't know.
That's kind of my thing. I mean, if you're being raised to be eaten, I don't really care at what age I eat you. You know what I mean?
See, I do a little bit.
I guess veal is really no different than eggs.
Sure, that's yeah.
Except for eggs, because that's the thing.
Different thing. That's you get into you were getting into a
a hairy conversation here. Well, because eggs, the big difference between eggs is they're not.
It's the cow's body is the cow's choice, though.
The big thing with eggs is eggs are not fertilized. So chickens lay eggs.
That's true.
Chickens lay eggs either way.
Sometimes I've gotten like organic eggs.
Yeah, those organic eggs, they'll get you. They'll get you.
Sometimes they'll get a little fertilized, and there'll be a little blood in that.
Sometimes you'll crack that boy open, and a baby chicken will pop out. But maybe that's only if you were raised on a farm, because that's happened to me a couple times.
I bet, yeah.
My granddad used to harvest his own eggs. And my granddad, he'd crack it open, and then he'd always make the joke every single time. He'd say, "Oh, we're having chicken and eggs for breakfast," and then he'd dump it in the trash can.
So anyways, when do you think you gain sentience? Probably like 2 or 3,
I
right?
think
Like
you
that.
kind of always have
Well,
sentience. I just don't think your
sure, but I mean
brain
when you
has
like
gained the ability to record memories until around 2 or 3.
right. So relatively speaking, that's when you like because what is sentience if not awareness, right? And if you're
Sure.
not
Yeah, but I
aware,
think
it's I mean
I would argue babies are
it's a
aware.
complicated psychological thing. Sure, yeah, but it's the memory aspect.
Yeah. And it's
Um,
weird now that I'm like looking at babies and how they interact, whatever. They definitely
right.
do have their own weird way of like communicating with people
For
that's not
sure, yeah.
words.
Right. No, there's yeah, a heavy nonverbal communication to
And
babies
it's
and
probably
and
quicker
toddlers.
when you're an animal cuz like sheep are born walking.
Right. Right. And also there's a much heavier just like internal instinct to animals that they need to survive. We've still got instinctual behaviors as humans because we're animals, but we like much less so because we don't need them to survive. We kind of, we cotton soft, we bitch made, we lily
Right.
white up in this mug, we fucking like
We white.
shit.
Human beings are white.
We're white as hell, man. You know.
What was it? Frank Castle got called a cracker in this movie. Oh,
Damn,
golly, not Grammy.
crazy man. Was
That's
that Wayne T.
nuts.
Newton?
That was a really cool
It
effect.
was. I like that practical. Oh damn! I thought he
God.
ricocheted that and hit the kid too.
Hello, sports fans. You quote that all the
Did that, did
time.
this feel like he was inspired by Colin Farrell Bullseye?
Mm.
Like, not
But
Irish,
what
but
do
he
you
he has.
quote hello sports fans from?
I don't think I've ever said
You
that.
say
What do you
that
mean?
frequently. You'll be like, hello, sports fans.
No, I say Excelsior super fans
Ah,
quoting
that's
Stan
it. That's
Lee.
it. You're right. You're right. You're right. My
Yeah, I
fault.
say I say Stanley's catchphrase Excelsior super fans, except I say it in a Gilbert Gottfried voice because all my impressions merge into one.
Well, that guy was just doing his best Christoph Waltz.
You mean Christopher Walken?
Do we think Stanley's going to cameo in this?
Christoph Waltz
Is the question.
Christoph Waltz is a German or
That was a green
Polish.
screen.
What is Christoph Waltz?
I don't know. I don't know who Christoph Waltz is. I just know the name.
He's
I
the
can't see
old
his face right now.
he's the Tarantino guy. He's the
Hmm.
Nazi in Inglourious
Eastern European?
Bastards. He's well, yeah. Some no, I'm thinking like Hungarian, which I guess
Mm.
that's maybe Eastern European, Middle Eastern.
Right, Bond villain.
I mean, I think of him as German. What's the other like
What's the other German?
What's the German adjacent? Yeah,
Nazis.
no.
Well, you know what I mean.
Well, yes, but no, like Dutch maybe. But I feel like
Maybe.
Dutch is too distinct. There's Belgian. I think he's
Mm.
Belgian. I think he's a Belgian actor. He's great, whatever he is. Christoph Waltz. He's fucking
Love Christoph Waltz.
fantastic.
I liked him in James Bond.
Which James Bond was he in?
Wasn't he in
Was
Skyfall? Nope.
maybe I don't remember Skyfall. I never saw the newest ones. But if he was in that, I wouldn't know. And I don't remember much of. I need to rewatch specifically the Craig Bonds. That could be a fun sweep for us to do. It's
Yeah,
been
it could
forever since
be.
I saw
There's
those.
lots
I
of
never
Bond
saw.
conversation going
I
on.
never saw the one where he died.
Mm.
So that would be
Yeah, Christoph
fun.
Waltz
And
played Blofeld in the new Bond movies, like the Bond villain.
I didn't know he was in that. Dude, I don't remember shit.
I think
about
he
this
I
movie.
think he was in.
Damn, this fucking hyper stylized church looks awesome.
I also like the hyper stylized priest fit.
Yeah, I like his fucking that the heavy lighting on him in church too, which makes sense. The
Yeah,
big
he
neon
was in
cross, but
Spectre.
gotcha. Yeah. I watched that one in theaters, but I barely
Spectre
remember it.
Spectre is not well received, but I love it.
I remember liking it, but I like most movies I see in theaters.
Yeah,
And also
it'll
I
do
don't
that
really-
to you. Yeah,
Yeah, it's an experience,
that's why I liked Wonder Woman '84.
Yes, I
And then
never
I got
finished.
clowned for it ridiculously for
Right.
liking it, but I just
Never
saw it in the
finished that
theater.
one. I fell asleep watching that one. Same with Aquaman 2 and Shazam 2. All
Mm.
the DCU DCEU sequels I fell asleep
I have not
during.
seen. I the
Wild.
only sequel
That's
I've
great.
seen is.
That's crazy. Are there one now? Was there another DCU sequel?
I don't think so.
Zack Snyder's Justice League, maybe
That one wasn't
technically.
theatrically
It
released
wasn't
though.
well, you're right, but I watched that without falling asleep
Right.
somehow.
I like
By the
Zack Snyder's
grace of
Justice
God.
League. It should have been a
I did
television
too.
series.
It was okay. It should no, they should have done it the way they did
Hateful
the
Eight on
extended.
Netflix.
Yep, the extended
I
Tarantino
can't
Hateful
believe
Eight.
we were on
Yeah,
the same
dude,
page, but I'm
that's
glad we were.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's because it's cracked. Yeah,
It is great.
that's the
It's the
only
best way to
time I
watch
think
Hateful
that,
Eight.
for sure. Yeah,
I remember when I was a
and
kid,
I like Hateful Eight
and by
too.
when I was a kid, I mean when I was
One of my
15,
favorite
16 years old.
Tarantino.
I
Actually, I love
I, I
taking westerns. I want him to do a Bass Reeves movie so fucking
yeah,
badly.
I went to see Hateful Eight in the movie theater.
Like hyper stylized, like basically a Lone Ranger movie, but it's actually Bass Reeves. God, that'd be so fucking cool.
I
'Cause that's
I
basically what he wanted to do with Django.
I took a date to
You
see
ever seen Django?
I took a
My
date
mouth
to see
stopped.
Hateful Eight in the movie theater when I was like 15,
Yeah,
16 years old. And so I'm there watching the movie, and it's the longest movie ever made.
yeah, yeah.
It's like
Wow, no,
4
not
hours
Zack
long.
Snyder's
It's
Justice League.
crazy. I
It's
mean,
like
it's almost that long. Like it's
three,
really
I
long.
think.
So I go to
Probably
the
as long as the Lord of the Rings movies. Real quick, I'll never forgive Peter Jackson for making it socially acceptable to make 3 hour long movies.
yeah,
Like
never
I like the Batman, but
too long.
that's it.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I even
watching
like
Hateful Eight.
Oppenheimer. Yeah, continue.
I'm in the movie theater watching Hateful Eight. I'm on a date. I get a phone call
Mhm.
during the middle of the movie, in the middle of the movie theater from my dad.
Ooh.
And so I go out in the hallway and I take it, and he's like, "What are you doing? It's 10:45. It's past your curfew. Get home." And I'm like, "But the movie's still going on. I'm watching the movie." And he's like, "No, it's not. They
Oh,
wouldn't
so
make
he,
a movie that long. You're lying to me right now. Get home now." And I'm like,
oh,
"No, no,
that's
no. The
that's
movie's
wild.
still
No,
going." And he's like, "No."
no, it's no. Look up the runtime, please, Dad. I
I
promise
told
I'm
him.
not lying.
I told him that. I was like, look it up. Like I promise. And he's like, "No, you get home now." So I go inside and I tap my date on the shoulder. I'm like, "Hey, my
That's
my
crazy.
dad's upset.
My dad said I gotta go
I need to go
home.
home." So I never saw the end of Hateful Eight until the Netflix special
Right.
came out,
It's wild.
and that's when I saw the ending.
Yes, you didn't even know Channing Tatum was in that shit, probably.
No, I had no
That's great.
idea.
That must have really got you then. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it got
did.
me the first time. He was under them floorboards the whole fucking time, dude. Just chilling
I
there.
like that he's a patriot now, Jigsaw.
Yeah,
Back to talking about the movie.
yeah. Not much has happened.
No, I don't love
They pretended
this.
that Frank is. I really like the corny action of it.
I do.
Actually,
The action's good, but we haven't had an
I
action scene in a
really like
minute.
even I do love the stupid, overly stylized, cheap look. It reminds me of Blade. Like it looks much worse than
It looks
Blade,
so much worse than
but
Blade.
it does remind me of Blade.
A
Like it
little.
reminds me of Blade the series.
It did come out 20 years after Blade.
Right. No, it came out like 15 years
Okay, yeah, my fault. I'll make sure I distinguish next time.
after. I mean, 5 years is a long time. 5 years ago, it was 2020. 5 years ago, what was happening 5 years ago? Was Zack Snyder's
Nothing
Justice League out
special.
5
Nothing
years
special
ago?
was going on 5 years ago in the year 2020.
I mean, yeah, there was the whole COVID thing, but I mean relevant to things I care about. I lived in Florida for COVID. That was like a month and a half for us, and then we went back to being fucking degenerate hoodlums. Like
Right, because you
the
weren't
biggest
during lockdown.
the biggest well, sure, but the biggest COVID fucking thing for us was like, I don't know, toilet paper and virtual fucking
The
senior
stimulus
year.
checks.
Right, I didn't get a stimulus check. No, I did. I didn't get the second one, I don't think. It's a stupid ass line.
Yeah, it was a very like Insomniac Spider-Man line.
Right. Disney Channel ass dialogue.
That's kind of this movie, though, is the thing.
Yeah, well, it does. It feels like, I mean, and that's sort of anything with mediocre writing is gonna feel like a Disney Channel
Yeah.
fucking
Well, I think the
well,
thing is, this is a really great movie to watch in our context, where it's just a couple
I-
guys, couple drinks,
right.
watching a
Barely
movie.
barely paying it with tuning in and out,
Right.
lock in for the important parts, make fun of the rest of it. Yeah, it's
Have little side
this is
conversation. Yeah.
a a very good, not a great, not the best, but a very good B movie.
For sure. I'd say
U.S.
like a C
Marshall,
movie. I'd say
they are.
C.
No, I'd give it a B
B
minus.
minus?
Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay.
what's up. That's what's up. So I think they're U.S. Marshals. I think that's what Colin Salmon and white guy are.
I thought those were supposed to be night vision goggles because of the sepia tone,
I
but
thought they were
it's
supposed to
broad
be Daredevil.
daylight.
It's his Daredevil goggles.
The world on
They
fire.
want us to have Daredevil in this movie, but
Have
instead
I
they just
mentioned that I
make
really don't like the world on fire look from the
yeah, we definitely when we watched Gohika Devil with Robin.
because I
Um,
love the sonar look from that movie.
yeah, yeah.
I
No,
really don't
The World
like
on Fire is silly, but it's so fitting for the little I know about Matt Murdock as a character, and all of it it just boils down to fucking Catholic guilt. He's riddled with guilt. That's his character.
yeah. I mean,
And
I guess that's true.
that feels so fitting for a Catholic blind person with hypersensitivity and awareness and ability to perceive the world without seeing it. I
But
don't
I
want to get
can
back.
see.
I don't. But he can see. But I don't want to get back into our Daredevil conversation.
I just
So
hate
we'll just
that
move past
because
it.
he can
Yeah,
just see. But that's a whole other thing.
we're not getting into that. Point is, in
We
terms of
might.
we will, but in terms of stylization, it's not as visually cool as the sonar, but they also only ever show it once on Daredevil, I think.
Right.
Um, which is better. I think it's just you
Yeah.
can infer that that's always what he sees or imagines. He doesn't actually see it. It's seeing the way you see, like you close your eyes and
Right.
imagine an apple. And for me, it's lower quality because I got that brain thing, but I can
I
still
can't
imagine.
see pictures in my mind. Did you know that
You can't see them at
about
all.
me?
You're one of the no. I can see. I can't see them in full quality, but they're like it's like a cartoon sort of, or like
Yeah. See, I don't
lower
see
quality.
anything.
You're the I don't know what the phrase is, but yeah, I
Autistic, I
saw
think.
no, it's a specific thing. I saw like a Twitter post
Punisher
reposted
standing
on
next to other
Instagram.
dudes looks really silly.
Yeah.
He just looks really good. He looks like a
It's
cosplayer
just
taking a
normal
picture
guy,
with.
and then yeah, then with like fans. Yeah.
No, he's a cosplayer taking a picture with like the actors
Oh,
from a
with the
movie.
celebrities. Yeah. But no, it's like a specific thing where like your brain can't visualize images in your imagination. I remember the thing I saw. It's like it was with an apple,
The
and it was
TikTok you
like
saw.
no, it was no. Come on, it was a screenshot of a tweet posted as an Instagram reel. All right, get real.
Get real. Um, I do love in season 1 of Daredevil when they do the whole like out of focus, back in focus camera thing to show him like
Yeah,
visualizing
they
something.
do that. They do that a little in some of the ninja scenes in season 2. They still do that,
It's awesome.
and it's fun. Yeah,
Guy's hairline is horrible.
yeah, but it's also he's got the me thing where it's worse on one side.
Yeah.
Act my goat.
My hairline's holding up pretty good for a guy who's about to be in his late
It's
20s.
solid. No, you're still mid-20s, right?
I'm about to be
25?
26.
That's 24 to 26 is mid.
Yeah.
You get another year. 27, 28, 29, that's late. You get 3 of each.
They say
It's a
once you
very
hit
cool breakdown.
25, your hairline's pretty much where it's going to be, which is refreshing.
Yes, I think mine, it's gotten worse in the last, like, obviously this side is worse. This one's pretty decent. But like it's gotten worse in the last year or so, but
Mm.
it's been pretty consistent.
It's probably leveling out. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
your
so
does
for
your
the
mom's
last
dad have
year,
hair?
basically. Yeah, well, that's a myth, though.
I think that one's pretty
Um,
well proven.
I don't. It's. I mean, the whole thing's a mixed bag, like any
Well,
genetics.
yeah, but I think
For
hair
me, I've got a
specifically.
right now. I've got a very similar hairline to my older brother. He's your age,
Mm.
and he's got a like maybe a little more pushed back, but it's about the same.
Plus, if your hairline does
And my
recede, you
dad.
can just be the
I mean,
Punisher.
my dad, sure, for sure. Um, but I mean, my dad's widow's like he's got a sort
Your
of mean
father's
widow's peak.
bald.
No, he shaves his head a lot, but he's got a widow's peak and then like a bit of the
I've
male
seen him in
pattern.
pornography, and he's bald.
Ooh, right. Damn. I like the blood shooting from the cheek. That was one of the better doors in this movie.
Yeah, I do like. I like
Isn't your
how
dad bald?
militarian all of his moves are. It
Yeah,
feels very like
isn't your dad
actually
bald
he's
though?
military trained.
Yeah, isn't your dad bald though? I feel like I've seen
Oh,
your father
I'm sorry, I
bald.
couldn't hear you.
Your father, is he bald? Does he have
Yeah,
hair?
my dad shaves his head. He's not bald, but he
Gotcha.
shaves
It's a
his
dick
head.
eating.
He says it's easier.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean I get that for having I mean after buzzing my own hair once, like I get like I
Oh, did you do
probably
that yourself?
yeah, I did it myself. And I probably like will do it again in like once it gets to the point of long where it's overbearing, like I might just be one of them corny ass dudes that just shaves their own hair and doesn't go to barbers, you know?
Yeah, that's what my dad
I'm
does.
broke. But
Or you
yeah.
could be one of those dudes with long hair who doesn't go to barbers because they're broke.
Sure. I mean, I'll be both. I'll grow my hair out until, like I said, it gets overbearing and it's too much. It gets past my shoulders, and then I'll
Yeah, give it like 3 years and
off.
then buzz it. Yeah, that's my plan.
Yeah, I think like a year and a half it'll be like already pretty long.
I'm at about 6 months growth. My hair
Right,
grows
right.
pretty quick. It's not
I
even
feel like
6 months.
mine
I,
does
I, cu- I cut my
too.
hair at Christmas.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think we're getting to one of the scenes that Josh has shown me. I think this is
that
starting
was a
to look
cool shot,
familiar.
the little like half wall. That's awesome.
Oh, that was awful. Again, Aqua Teen Hunger Force exploded.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. This movie would be
No,
really good if it were good.
right. But I think it's good
No,
because
it
it's
would be
not.
much worse if it were like expensive.
I don't. There's. It's the perfect. Maybe not the perfect middle ground, but if it
It's
were
in the
like
pocket.
if it's in the pocket, yeah. If it were much better, it would be much better. But if it were a little better, it would be worse. If
I
it were
think
a
if it
little
were
worse,
much better, it would be worse. It's
no.
certainly
See, I
more
think if it
generic.
were, it would be more generic, but I think it would be like it would be John Wick. Like it would be a very good action movie, but nothing much to write home
I
about.
don't
Like don't get me
I,
wrong, I
I
like
don't
John
think
Wick,
that John Wick is
but
nothing much to write home about
I
though.
don't know, dude. Maybe more so like the second or third John Wick. They'd kind of like, damn,
I
they're
think
like they
more
were just
the
they were just doing
John
the
Wick
same thing.
clone action
Sure,
movies.
but I feel like most of those have like more to do. I think specifically John Wick 2 or 3 is very much just like a nothing burger. Like it was I don't remember which one, but I remember binging all the John Wicks in like a week, and one of them was just weak. Like it
May have
was
been three
nothing. And
because I saw that one in a movie theater, and as we've
probably I think I
established,
think I think that's the one where it's like like they tried to do like
it's the one
a
where he rides a horse.
I think that's the one where it's like just everyone is coming after him. It's just like it's like just going fight scene to fight scene. It's like, okay, enough is enough at a certain point.
Yeah,
I think that's the one. Like there were a lot. I remember the one he fights a big guy in a bookstore and he does something silly with a gun. That also might have been 4 where he puts the gun.
I don't know
I don't
that
know.
I've
They all
seen
bleed.
four.
They all bleed together.
I know
Yeah.
the thing
There
about
was a
the
samurai
John
sword
Wick
fight.
trilogy, the original John Wick trilogy, is there weren't action movies doing that yet, really.
Sure,
And
sure,
so
yeah.
it didn't really matter how bad the story was because
Right.
nobody else was doing it. Now everybody's doing John Wick
I think
action.
the story of the first John Wick is
Great.
it's nothing like monumental. They're not reinventing the wheel, but it is a super solid story.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a tight script.
it's just this depressing intro. He loses his wife, gets his dog. He feels revitalized because of the video from his wife, whatever, and his car is cool. And then shit hits the fan, it's just you like slowly dive into his life. It's not all presented. You learn a bit more. He's got this Russian connection. He's got this mob connection. And then it just sort of hits the fan. I think the whole,
That's kind of how I feel
like,
about the trilogy, though. Like, you
him
learn a little bit
him
more each
being
time, and then there's the assassin
yeah,
group and the
it's
hotel,
I
and
think it's once they get to him being like this, like the like specific Russian, like it was like the group that raised him, where he was like their messiah or whatever. I was like, okay, this is a little fucking stupid at this point. Like we've reached a point of diminishing return,
yeah. See, I think that's cool. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
that was in the fourth one, and I just haven't seen it, or I don't remember it because it's been a minute.
I think they had it a bit in the third one. Like, it was like the Black Widow ballerina group. They're doing
Yeah, you're right.
Ana de
I
Armas
remember.
sequel spin-off thing,
But
which I am excited
I think
if I pronounced her name right. I never do.
once
Don't
again,
care.
I think the big thing about the John Wick movies was nobody until that movie, Nobody, the one with
Nobody was doing it until everybody was doing it.
right.
Yeah.
The
Except
first one other than John Wick to do it
the
was the
Crow
one.
with Chad Stahelski. He was the Crow in the Crow after Brandon Lee died, and he
Right.
made John Wick. But yeah,
The
no one was doing it
that
until
Nobody
everybody.
movie with
Right.
that was the first one that
This
was like, oh, we're doing John Wick action in a non-John Wick movie, and then it just opened the floodgates.
Well, that was one of the. Was that David Leitch that did
Same
that? I know he
director,
did
not
both.
the John Wick universe, though. Yeah,
Right, yeah. I think he did. Did he do Atomic Blonde also? I didn't see that
maybe
one.
I didn't see that one. But
Charlize
even like
Theron.
Novocaine, different director,
Sure,
different
I mean,
studio.
Bullet Train, loved Bullet Train. I think that was
Bullet
David
Train was
Leitch also.
awesome. Bullet Train is
Dude,
one of my
that's
favorites.
probably my favorite of the John Wick clones. Yeah,
Although Novocaine's pretty great, but maybe that's just me.
I haven't seen.
And then there's just so many. Like the Monkey, like they come out. There's a new one every week.
Didn't see Monkey Man. I'm trying to think what. There was another one. There's always more, but there's another one that I've seen that I can't think of off.
But a John Wick type action movie with the Punisher would be cool.
Sure, yeah.
Because it's basically the plot of John Wick.
Right.
Except for instead of his dog,
I
it's
think
his
that's
kids.
what a much better version of this would have been.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So back to before we segued horrendously. The initial point is that a much better version of this movie would be maybe a John Wick clone or ahead of its time, depending on semantics.
Right.
Ticks in my semen. And a slightly better version would have been worse because it would be a nothing burger, and a slightly worse version would be
Better?
maybe, I think, yeah.
But I don't. I mean, this movie's not great. Is the thing. Like, I like it in this setting. I would never watch this movie on my own.
Right. I probably will, not anytime soon, but
I would pick the other two Punisher movies on my own. I honestly, as a whole, I'd pick the other two Punisher movies over this one in a heartbeat.
For sure, yes. I mean, the most rewatch I will give a Punisher. That's awesome. The skin burning.
His eyeball burning is a little funny to me.
Yeah, I mean, it was like already melted over.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, it will probably be like in terms of likeliness to rewatch. It goes in order that they came out. 89. Lundgren, Tom Jane, this one.
Yeah.
Rest in peace for Stevenson.
Best one is probably Tom Jane. In terms of being like a comic book movie,
as an actual movie and as a comic adaptation, probably, yeah. But it's not my favorite. That goes to
no.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren
Fucking,
Punisher, I can't believe I didn't see it. This
I
one
will,
I
I
can
will,
believe I didn't see. You know what I mean?
absolutely, yeah.
Because
I will
this is a fan
probably
film.
watch. Yeah, I will probably watch Dolph Lundgren Punisher at least
Tonight.
twice, very likely, but at least I may fall asleep watching that. Put it on YouTube on my phone, fucking pass out. But I'll probably watch that at least twice before I watch Tom Jane Punisher.
Yeah, probably.
And same, like I'll probably watch Tom Janisher multiple times before I watch this again, and subsequently.
Yeah,
Uh,
and we're
for
different in
sure.
that way. I may never see this again as long as I live.
Right.
It was
Yeah,
fine. I
probably
enjoyed our
not,
time
though.
together.
Sure. I'm sure you'll see this at least once in your life again. You'll
Maybe.
probably you'll forget that you said that in like 10 years, and you'll see a clip on fucking the built-in fucking Bill Gates microchip in your eye, that as you're fucking eating
Nah,
bugs
Bill
in your
Gates will be
pod or whatever.
dead, but it'll be like some
Yeah, but
new,
he'll be alive as an AI in a microchip in your brain.
some new little Indian
Some new
creator. Yeah,
train.
some new blood. Yeah.
Right, young blood. But yeah, you'll see a clip on fucking the worldwide fucking, when all social media merges into one thing that's owned by the United States government or some shit. You'll see a clip on that based
Oh,
on
do
your
you get it?
fucking.
He's still walking and talking, but the Punisher's gone.
Right, he did the Batman thing.
That dude looks like a dude I went to high school with, like identical.
Looks like Action Bronson. That's so silly.
The LED lights make it look way cheaper too.
Yeah. Jesus, that's so silly, but so tough. Oh man, I like that. I fucked with that heavy. I fucked this flow.
All right, before we end the stream, I'm gonna check the chat real quick, see if anybody said anything.
Yeah, is anyone in here? Real quick, wave check. Damn, I got the fucking what's that one bald streamer dude who got the dent in his head?
Me, I think.
You know who I'm talking about?
Nobody said
No,
anything
it's the
in
one
chat.
guy.
That's
There's
cool.
Oh yeah, Bobbin hates this. I know there's that clip of him ripping his shirt off, and I see it in meme form in reference to Spider-Man and the symbiote a lot. It's that one guy. He's bald. He screams a lot. There's that meme. It's like me trying to sleep. The drunk belligerent teenager in his '04 Honda Civic, fucking 5 blocks away, and it's just that guy like screaming. I need to fucking find this guy's name. I'm sorry, I'm autisming right now. I also really like this ridiculous fucking metal
it's
song.
insane.
Bald streamer with dent in head.
I know who you're talking about. I just don't know his name.
Tyler One. That's Tyler One. That's yeah. The dent in his head is insane. Oh, a terminal headphone dent is crazy.
Is it really terminal?
I mean, that's the name of this probably clickbait fucking YouTube thumbnail video, but this is the picture. It's very fun.
Yeah, I'll look at it. Nobody else can.
Well, yeah,
there's no way it's actually that bad. That's got to be
probably not, but it's pretty bad.
Photoshop,
But
yeah.
that's how I feel anytime I get like especially now with the fucking like I've just got like half an inch of hair, so there's just like a tiny little.
Yeah, that's why I swapped to the in-ear headphones.
Right, yeah. See, I don't like the way in-ear headphones feel.
These don't bother me much. The little like spy headphones.
Those they look very nice. They look like custom molded to your.
They're
fucking,
not. They're just here.
Well, no, they're. I think most people's fucking ear canals are just built the same, but they look like a normal headphone is just a circle, or the iPhone one like that looks like the shape of your like.
They're just
like
a little squishy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also
it's the over ear support makes it.
Yeah, but it's also it looks like it fits like a jigsaw puzzle in
Yeah.
that whatever.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know what that's not your earlobe because that's the dangly bit. Unless does your earlobe dangle? Mine does.
A little bit.
Yeah, no, mine's pretty dangle. I can give it a good
Yeah.
flick.
I'm
Mine's
gonna
pretty
end the
dangle.
stream, I think.
Yeah, thanks for watching, bitch. Yo, Mr. White, comment down below if you pump the show, if you're the kid named Finger. Good app.